Hi everyone, once again welcome to Digital Journey. And this video will discuss about what is setting in the contacts of the Brevo.com. So basically in the left side you will see the setting option. When you click on the setting option, the four option will be appear: the contact attribute, company attribute, Webhook, Unengaged contact. So in Charo, what's these four stand for? The first one is the contact attribute, means when you click on this, so you can see that this is by default attribute, that is the email, last name, first name. These are the by default attribute. Attribute are the terms basically that will add some more value to the profile of the contacts. So basically when you go to the list part, so you will see multiple number of the contacts. When I click on any contacts, so you can see that contact owner, double tick, these all are the attribute. First name, last name, email, these all are the attributes. So the attributes stand for some additional information about any particular user, and we from this particular attribute portion, in the custom attribute, in the normal attribute, these are the normal attributes, or these are the basic attribute that will be required for any profile. So from here we can create a new attribute. Like if we are creating for the location, so we have to click on the create attribute. Now you can see that currently location is not there, but when I refresh it, the location attribute will be visible here. The location attribute comes. So basically we can create multiple attributes if we have to add multiple information apart from the current attribute. So current attribute, the present attributes are these kind of the attributes. But via add a new attribute, via click on add a new attribute, you can add multiple attribute as per your your requirement. So when you click on add a new attribute, in this you will see the attribute type. You can select text, date, number, category, multiple choice, boolean. From these all attribute type, you can select a particular attribute. Suppose you want to add the date field, then you can easily add the date field. These are the transactional attribute. Transactional attribute some for the order part, like for the transaction part, this kind of the attribute will be used. Same process of adding the attribute, just attribute name will be there and the attribute type will be there. Transaction means when you purchase something, so the transaction will appear here. When you place an order kind of the things, the transaction appear. The definition you can also see here. Transactional field allow to register transaction relative to a contact. For example, an order. It is essential to define one ID to identify every transaction. During the addition of ID, it will necessary to assign them by the type ID. Means whenever the transaction will be happen, it can be someone purchasing, someone sign up, some kind of the transaction will appear. So this kind of the attribute will be there. So you can create separate attribute for the transaction part. After that, the calculated value will be there. So the calculated value will be number basis performing, it can be addition type, it can be multiplication type. So under the setting attribute portion, contact attribute, there will be three attribute: normal, transactional, or calculated value. So attribute stand for the add some additional information about the profile of a user or the profile of the subscriber. So in the setting portion, the second option will be given as the company attribute. In this same way, as in the previous video we discussed about this company part, in this same way we also create an attribute for the company. Just we have to click on the create an attribute. Attribute name will be there, just say A, and just select the value of the attribute and type of the attribute. It can be text, number, boolean. After that, click on the create. Now we are going to the company. So click on the company profile. Here you will see the attribute will be reflected. So as you can see that in this company profile, for the single company profile, display all attribute, currently attribute is not displaying. So we have to click on the setting portion, not shown in the detail page. So you can just drag and drop. Once you will add your custom attribute, so you will see that part. You can see that now A is usable. So from the setting part you can monitor key which you want to show or which you don't want to show in this portion. So you can easily do. This is the company attribute. Like you can also add some additional information about a particular single company. So this can be done via multiple companies. The setting, under the setting, the third option is the webhooks. Basically webhooks manage the event. It is kind of the things that will manage the events for which you want to send the information from the Brevo account to the any other CRMs, any other tools. Basically sometimes what happen, like you have to send the contact details of the some list to the another CRM. So through the help of the webhook we can easily send the information from the Brevo to the another tools. The another tool can be any kind of the CRMs or anything. The last one is the unengaged content. Unengaged content, basically the people are not engaging with our mail, so from that we can identify these are the unengaged content. So there is a particular filter type format is given in by the Brevo. Ki, like if the creation, like user creation date is more than 365 days and email, like the person have got an email campaign at least one time and in the last 365 days, and in that email campaign not open in the last 365 days, then we can say that this is unengaged contacts. So in this same way we can identify which contacts is engaged or which content is not engaged. So basically to identify the unengaged contents we have to create the multiple filters. On the basis of the filters the contact will automatically like distributed. It is engaged content, it is not engaged content. So right now the filter is there, like the user created in less than 365 days and the user received at least one email in the 365 days, but the user doesn't open any email in the 365 days. In this case we can say that that user will be an unengaged user. So the second condition is there, like the user created more than 365 days, email not sent in the last 365 days. This will also engaging unengaged user. So basically what will happen, like if we identify who is engaging or who is not engaging, so we can create the separate list, and on the basis of that we can target both each different ways. So under the setting we can do 4 things. The first one is the contact attribute, the second one is the company attribute, the third one is the webhook, and fourth one is the unengaged content. And the contact attribute, for a single user we can assign multiple values, additional information. It kind of the some additional information in the contact in the company. In the webhook, these kind of the events, from that we can send the Brevo data to the any other particular tools. Unengaged content, in unengaged content we will create a filter, and on the basis of that filter we can identify this content in engaging or not with our content, whatever the campaign we are providing, on the basis of filters that we can identify. So this is the setting of contacts in Brevo. So if you have any question you can ask in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day. Take care.